Good morning. I'm Savannah Sellers, going to be back here in New York with you.
Good to have you with us. I'm Joe Fryer. We're going to start with TikTok's time in the U.S. possibly running out. A bill that could ban the popular social video app cleared the House yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, they overwhelmingly passed it with strong bipartisan support in a 352 to 65 vote. So this is called the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. The legislation says TikTok is a threat to national security because it is controlled by China, a foreign adversary. The company maintains it is not controlled or owned by the Chinese government. Well, this bill essentially gives tech giant ByteDance, that's TikTok's parent company, two options. Either sell the app to a buyer approved by the U.S. government within 6 months, or forgo a sale and be banned in the U.S. TikTok CEO Shou Chu posted a video last night speaking directly to the app's users and expressing his disappointment.
This bill gives more power to a handful of other social media companies. It will also take billions of dollars out of the pockets of creators and small businesses. It will put more than 300,000 American jobs at risk, and it will take away your TikTok. We will not stop fighting and advocating for you. We will continue to do all we can, including exercising our legal rights.
So a potential ban could be devastating for small business owners and creators who use TikTok to earn their living. Several well-known TikTok creators have already started looking for ways to diversify their businesses and brands. So now what's next? The bill heads to the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future.
So you were there yesterday on Capitol Hill as the vote went down, and that's the big question. What happens next? Leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee have already endorsed this. Is that a sign of what could happen in the Senate, or does it face a tougher road here?
Yeah, so the leaders of that committee, they put out this statement essentially praising the bill, praising the fact that the House had passed the bill, and then also urging Senate action, saying we should do this, we should bring this to the vote. The thing, though, is that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has been very noncommittal about actually bringing that to a vote on the floor. It is unclear if or when he would do so. We also have heard just anecdotally from senators more negativity than we did from representatives, several of them pointing out the fact that is it really a good idea to mess with something young voters specifically love? Dick Durbin actually has been saying, does that really sound like a good re-election strategy? It's, of course, on the back of everybody's minds that it's 2024 at the same time this fight is going down.
So if it is approved by the Senate, the president would have to sign it. We know that he uses TikTok in his campaign. At the same time, it sounds like he probably would sign it. Where do things stand with the president?
Yeah, it's a great question because he is posting, as recently as this week, he is fully using the app while this conversation is going on in the background. I actually spoke with several Democratic representatives yesterday who said that is a mixed message. I don't like that. It's not clear why the president would be using the app that he seems to believe, as well as many members of Congress do, could potentially be a national security threat. He has, though, said should this make it to his desk, he would sign it. Of course, that still passes the big hurdle that I just laid out in the Senate. Unclear if it will make it to his desk. If it does, that's when that 6-month time starts for ByteDance to divest this company. And if not, the theory is that it would just essentially disappear from app stores, be unavailable on your phone. But TikTok will likely challenge that in court should it get to that point.
That's the other part of this as well.
Yeah.
A huge issue for tens of millions of people who use TikTok.
And make their money on it.
And much more to come. All right, Savannah, thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Now to a major development in the Georgia election interference case against former President Donald Trump.
Yeah, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has dismissed 3 of the counts against Mr. Trump, but it's important to note he still faces 10 other counts in the Georgia case. For more, we are joined by NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian. He is in Fort Pierce, Florida. We also have NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos here on set with us. Ken, I'll get started with you there in Florida. What can you tell us about the charges that were dropped?
Good morning, Savannah and Joe. 6 counts total, 3 of which apply to former President Trump. And essentially what the judge decided here is that these counts did not allege sufficient violations of the Georgia and U.S. constitutions. That was the issue, not the overt acts that were alleged. This involved the alleged acts by Mr. Trump and his co-defendants to pressure local officials over bogus allegations of fraud. And again, the indictment is still in place. Most of the charges are still in place, but these particular charges have been dismissed, and the prosecution could appeal this ruling.
All right, Danny, let's bring you in here. Why did the judge decide to drop these 3 charges? Was this a mistake in your mind by the DA to even bring them in the first place, or was this kind of a surprise?
No, this was an unforced error in a sense. This is called a demurrer. Basically, what you do, and it exists in civil and criminal law, you say, look, take a look at the charging instrument. Here are the 4 corners of that instrument. Did they allege properly the crimes? Did they give us sufficient notice of what we have to defend against? These motions are almost always denied. They're very difficult for the defense to win because the pleading standard is really very light. But this is not your ordinary robbery or burglary case that is charged thousands of times and that the DA's office would know how to allege the facts. Instead, here, this is a complex case. And what the judge found is that there was an allegation that people solicited the violation of oath of office. But they didn't articulate, the state, what part of that oath of office specifically was solicited. So when you do that, you really have 2 things you have to prove. You have to prove the solicitation, or allege it, I should say. And you also have to allege the elements of this oath that was violated. So it really was, in my view, an unforced error because it's something that they just needed to allege with more specificity. They could do it again, arguably. That's really all these motions really win you. They may just win you more time as the state or the government goes back and gets the proper indictment. But, you know, any win on the defense that slows things down for the Trump team and the co-defendants is a win.
Absolutely. Ken, we're also watching for a decision on whether or not DA Willis will be disqualified from the case. Fani Willis, do we have any idea when that ruling could come down?
It could come down any day now, Savannah, and this is really much more important than the other decision we're talking about, because if she is knocked out of this case, it could be the end of the case. It would fall to a state prosecution board to decide who would replace her as prosecutor, and that board moves notoriously slowly. Now, if the judge does rule that she has a conflict of interest here, and this involves the hiring of a person that she had a romantic relationship with, she may be able to appeal that ruling, and that could allow her to remain in the case, but again, that would cause a big delay. So either way, unless the judge completely absolves her and decides she can remain in the case, this could be a very difficult situation for this case and for the prosecution, guys.
All right, so Danny, let's talk about why Ken is in Florida right now, and that's because we're going to have this hearing today about the classified documents case that impacts Mr. Trump there. What could we expect in that hearing today? We know that Mr. Trump and his legal team, they'd love to have this case thrown out, at the very least delayed, right?
Yeah, courts are very reluctant to throw cases out and deny the government their day in court. Even more so, I would expect, in cases of this importance. Arguably, the most important criminal cases in American history are all pending at the same time, including in the Southern District of Florida. The argument is basically trying to boil this complex issue down to a simple explanation is really that the Presidential Records Act and the president's status as president allowed him a special privilege to sort of designate documents as not classified. That and some other arguments that they're making to throw the case out. It's a legal issue that the court can decide at this stage. But no matter the outcome, we already know what we're going to see. We're going to see a number of appeals. Now, whether or not those appeals can stall the pending criminal case, that's another legal issue. But these are legal issues the court can decide at this stage. It's just practically, they almost never will decide these in favor of the defendant because it means denying the state or the people, or in this case, the government, the federal government, the prosecutors, their trial in court.
So we love when you make a prediction for us, if not thrown out. I mean, at the very least, is this delayed, do you think? If the appeal, the problem is interlocutory appeal in criminal cases usually doesn't stall the underlying criminal case. There's a good reason for that. We saw that earlier in one of the other Trump cases, the D.C. case. There's a reason we have that rule, because if every criminal or criminal defendant could stall his case by simply appealing, then no cases would ever go to trial. You'd be 20 years down the road in the appellate process, and the original trial never would go forward. So, look, predictions, I'm usually wrong, but if I were guessing, the court is not likely to grant this motion simply because they want the government to have their day in court. And you don't want to be that judge that denied that opportunity to the state, the people, or the federal government. All right, Ken Delaney and Danny Sabalas, thank you both.
Legal challenges are not the only thing on former President Trump's mind. After clinching the GOP nomination earlier this week, speculation is growing over who he'll pick for a running mate. NBC News correspondent Dasha Burns has new exclusive reporting that shows Mr. Trump is focused on abortion as he considers the other half of his ticket.
Former President Trump's search for a running mate coming into sharper focus, and one issue dominating the discussions, abortion.
We're living in a time when there has to be a little bit of a concession one way or the other, and I think, I want to get it right.
Multiple sources telling NBC News Trump views abortion as a singular liability for Republicans in November and is screening candidates for a running mate for possible vulnerabilities on the issue. Trump even reportedly surveying his own guests at Mar-a-Lago about potential VP picks and their views on abortion.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it.
Trump's 3 nominees to the Supreme Court were critical in overturning Roe v. Wade, but he now blames recent Republican losses on what he sees as the party's poor messaging on reproductive rights. Since the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe in June 2022, abortion rights have gone virtually undefeated in ballot measures from coast to coast. And polls show voters trust President Biden over Trump on the issue. Trump now determined to make sure his ticket doesn't face the same fate. Can a change in messaging to be more moderate really have an impact?
Republicans have yet to find that silver bullet or that tightrope that they can walk that gets them suburban voters, but also doesn't alienate or disassociate themselves from past positions.
Among the top VP candidates, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, a former 2024 rival who has since endorsed and campaigned with the former president. But his hardline stance on abortion has some concern in Trump world.
I would literally sign the most conservative pro-life legislation that they can get through Congress.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem also on the list and also under scrutiny after her state's trigger laws went into effect when Roe was overturned, instituting a near total ban. Noem defending those laws, which do not have exceptions in the cases of rape or incest. In an interview with CNN, Noem was asked about the possibility of a 10-year-old rape victim seeking abortion treatment.
In South Dakota, the law today is that the abortions are illegal except to save the life of the mother, because I don't believe a tragic situation should be perpetuated by another tragedy.
New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, currently in House leadership and considered a rising star in the party, has expressed support for a different approach, a 15-week national ban with exceptions.
We stand for life. We are proud to stand for life, and we will oppose this very radical anti-life agenda that we're seeing from House Democrats.
The New York Times reports Trump supported a 16-week ban in private, a claim his campaign denies. As Trump seeks to walk a fine line between appealing to the majority of Americans who support some abortion rights without alienating the pro-life base that's critical to his campaign.
Our thanks to Dasha Burns for that report. The former president has not given a timeline on when he'll select his running mate. In 2016, he announced Mike Pence as his VP pick in mid-July.
Now to Oklahoma, where we're getting new details about the death of NEX Bennett, a transgender student. Last month, a medical examiner's report has ruled his cause of death as suicide. The report released yesterday cited the probable combined toxicity from 2 drugs as the cause of death. One of the drugs is available over the counter, the other by prescription. The 16-year-old, who used they and he pronouns, died February 8th, a day after he was involved in a fight at school. NEX reportedly told his mother that he was bullied at school because of his gender identity. If you or anyone you know is struggling, please call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988.
It's day 2 of jury deliberations in the case against the father of a Michigan school shooter. James Crumbley faces 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for his alleged role in the attack that killed 4 teenage students at Oxford High School. NBC News correspondent Adrian Broadus has the latest as we wait for a verdict.
A jury has started deliberating whether to convict James Crumbley of involuntary manslaughter and make him the first father to be held criminally responsible for a school shooting committed by their child.
James Crumbley is not on trial for what his son did. James Crumbley is on trial for what he did and what he didn't do.
You heard testimony from over a dozen witnesses. None of them told you that James knew what his son was planning.
His wife, Jennifer, found guilty on the same charges last month in her own landmark trial.
I mean, it was chaos.
The prosecution calling many of the same witnesses this time around, arguing James Crumbley didn't do enough to stop Ethan from killing 4 students at Oxford High School in 2021.
The most freshest in my mind was his smile. He had those braces on for a long time, and he had literally just got them off a couple months before.
James Crumbley was presented with the easiest, most glaring opportunities to prevent the deaths of these 4 students, and he did nothing.
A key issue, how James Crumbley stored the gun, purchased a few days before the mass shooting. Prosecutors reading excerpts from Ethan's journal, saying in part, quote, "I will have to find where my dad hid my 9mm before I can shoot up the school," Ethan wrote, and saying, quote, "I have zero help for my mental problems, and it's causing me to shoot up the expletive school." Unlike his wife, James Crumbley did not take the stand, and the defense called just one witness, his sister, Karen, who took the stand today.
Your nephew never wrote you a note and said, "Help me."
No, sir.
And he never drew a picture next to that note with a gun, did he?
No.
After 4 days of testimony, another landmark case is in the jury's hands.
Seeing the evidence and seeing the testimony says enough for itself, and just seeing us there as a present for our children, it says enough.
Our thanks to Adrian Broaddus for that report.
Well, as is often the case, we've got some wild weather to get to. It might feel like spring in the Northeast, but it is still very much winter out west. Right now, Colorado is being hit with its biggest snowstorm in 3 years.
Overnight, snow started falling at a rate of 2 to 3 inches an hour. Forecasters say Denver could get maybe up to 20 inches. Other parts of the state could see as much as 3 to 4 feet. Top of all that snow, wind gusts of up to 40 miles an hour are making travel nearly impossible. Airlines are telling passengers to double check their flight statuses and rebook if possible. And on the ground, officials closed several stretches of Interstate 70 with rescue crews ready to save any stranded motorists.
Let's get more on all this from meteorologist Angie Lassman.
She's tracking the snow headed for the Rockies and just how much. Angie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, we've got wintry weather for folks across the Rockies, and that same storm system also going to leave us with the potential for some severe weather today. Let's start with the winter alerts, though. 5 million people included in those right now, and you can see that heavy snow continues stretching across much of Colorado. We've got Fort Collins, Boulder, Denver, Colorado Springs all dealing with the heavy snow, really impressive snowfall rates that we're expecting through the day today. And because of that, totals are going to be impressive in some spots. We've got the potential for the Front Range to pick up anywhere from 3 to 4 feet. Those are going to be on the higher ends of some of those totals. You can see Boulder anywhere from 12 to 20 inches. We've got Denver up to 18 inches by the time we get through tomorrow. And again, it's not just the heavy snow that's going to be problematic. We've also got those wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So whiteout conditions are going to be likely. Denver Airport is going to be difficult to travel in and out of here for the next couple of days. Meanwhile, I mentioned the severe storms that we're watching. We've got a thunderstorm watch in effect, and that's going to go until 12 o'clock. You can see St. Louis included in that, parts of Illinois, as well as that system starts to march to the east. Here's what we're expecting through the day today and into tonight. The greatest threat is going to be later into the day and into the evening hours, and you can see right where we're looking at the bullseye. It stretches from Texas all the way up into portions of Ohio, but Indianapolis, St. Louis, Dallas, all included in that, Memphis as well. But folks across portions of Oklahoma and Arkansas are going to see that chance for us to pick up some large hail. That's going to be the biggest threat. You can see that stretches into parts of Indianapolis and down to Dallas. We won't rule out some strong wind gusts, too, and a couple of tornadoes. We're not done with the storm system just yet as we get into tomorrow either. Those thunderstorms will increase in intensity actually as we get through the morning hours and in the afternoon hours, and we'll once again be looking at a severe threat. It'll be a lot smaller tomorrow, but it's still there, especially across parts of Texas. Otherwise, some thunderstorms will be possible across the southeast and into the southern plains. Those same threats will be possible, specifically the 2-inch hail across, again, Texas. Now, looking ahead to the weekend, notice your Friday showers and the mild conditions from the northeast to the southeast, but the northern tier of the country, that's where the milder conditions are, and that's where you'll also find some sunshine, guys. We head into Saturday with more mild highs across much of the east.
Wow.
Like to see that.
Totals. A mixed bag.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Angie.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.